Dr. Lijing Wang is the Associate Professor of Fashion and Textiles at RMIT University. He has 30 years research experience. His key research areas of interest are fibers and polymers, material science, engineering and modeling, advanced textiles, soft body armor, and protective garments. He has more than 100 research publications. Please give him a huge round of applause.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for the introduction. I will try to be quick to finish my presentation. I come from Australia and work for RMIT University. RMIT University is a global university. The university has several offices and campuses overseas. And our school called Fashion and Textiles. If you believe that we have common interests in textile research and development or education, you will visit our website at rmit.edu.au/fashion-textiles. Today I'm going to talk about thermal comfort of abaya. So first, I would like to answer your question. What is abaya? Before I did this presentation, somebody asked me. So abaya actually is a traditional Muslim woman's outer garment. And the woman put the garment from the head or shoulders to cover the full body to the toe, except face and hands. Abaya picture is predominantly worn by women in the Middle East, and the abaya normally is in black color. And abaya is mandatory to be dressed when women in that region go outside their home. The problem is the abaya may cause thermal discomfort. The reasons are, first, abaya color is black. In the Middle East, in particular Saudi Arabia, where women must wear abaya, the temperature, daily temperature in hot summer may exceed 40 degrees. And we all know that black color garments or textile materials would absorb more solar heat than the light shade textile material. This would cause thermal stress to the woman who is wearing the abaya. Another reason is the woman usually wear multiple layers of garments when they go outside. The so-called multi-layer garments, including daily wear clothing and abaya. The daily wear clothing normally is what the woman would wear inside their house. But before they go out, they must cover themselves by using abaya. For example, you can wear a wedding dress in the house, in your own home. But if you want to go outside, you have to cover that wedding dress fully with abaya garment. Think about if you go outside, and outside temperature is very hot, it will cause high heat stress. In particular, when you wear dark colored garments. So we did a test, and we dyed a piece of fabric into black shade, and we further treat the fabric with the solar energy reflective chemicals. The rationale behind the treatment is to reflect the solar energy so that the fabric would absorb less heat. And then we use thermal imaging camera to analyze the surface temperature, and we found out that the black fabric the surface temperature would be 1 degree or approximately 1 degree higher than its controlled grease fabric. After we treat the fabric with with solar energy reflective chemical, and the temperature only increased around 0.4 degrees. In other words, either treatment with solar energy reflective chemicals or wearing light shaded garments would reduce thermal stress for women. In order to study abaya garments, we did a survey. In the survey, we tried to find out what abaya are made of, or what fabrics we use to make abaya, and what sort of fiber we use to make abaya fabrics. We found out that around 80% of fibers used for making abaya fabric are synthetic fibers, for example, polyester. The reason is that polyester is normally cheaper than natural fibers such as cotton, wool, or even the regenerated fibers such as viscose. In addition, polyester is easy to care for, and we can use polyester fiber to engineer lightweight but high fabric density fabric for abaya. From the fabric point of view, most abaya fabrics are woven fabric. It accounts for more than 2/3. The reason is woven fabric is dimensionally stable, not like knitted fabric, which is not stable, and also that knitted fabric would easily shape body. In other words, it may better shape woman's body control. The reason for wearing abaya is to cover woman's body contour so that the woman would not be attracted by men. We also did another survey to ask women's opinion on thermal discomfort with abaya. We found out that only a small percentage, 21% of women, they think wearing abaya is comfortable or acceptable in hot weather conditions, but the majority of them feel very hot or that it's uncomfortable. And we asked the region where they do not feel comfortable by wearing such garment. They told us that around the neck area or the torso, because that when they wear abaya on top of it, they also wear a scarf. And the scarf, they wrap the scarf around the neck for 2 layers. That would also contribute to thermal stress. Based on the knowledge we had from the survey, we did thermal comfort testing to the abaya fabrics. We did tests on thermal conductivity and thermal vapor conductivity, and also air permeability, moisture management, fabric grip, and surface roughness, all related to fabric thermal comfort. Here we show you an example, the thermal resistance and the thermal vapor, water vapor conductivity, or water vapor resistance. We see that the woven fabric we select for, all thermal resistance are quite low. In particular for fabric P1, which is 100% polyester satin fabric, the thermal resistance is very low, and its water vapor resistance is very low as well. In theory, such fabric should be very comfortable for women to make abaya. However, we found out that such fabric is not a favorite selection for women. The reason is such fabric is so light and thin, and it may be translucent. In other words, men could see through the fabric and see woman's body. So it's not acceptable for women. From this research, we have concluded that for thermal comfort, we can address from material point of view to find out which fabric would be the best material for thermal comfort management. However, there should be another factor we should consider if the users actually lack such material. And this part of work has been published in the Journal of the Textile Institute. And we've also studied knitted fabric as well. We did the similar test as woven fabric, and we found the similar trend. In other words, that the thermal conductivity and vapor conductivity are also suitable for making apparel garments or making apparel. However, we found that the knitted fabric, the thermal resistance